What you put in your body is not just feeding your flesh, it is feeding your fate. Friends, listen carefully. There are silent battles happening every day, not on battlefields with weapons, but in kitchens, in dining rooms, in late night cravings and early morning rituals. The war isn't always outside of you, sometimes it is within. And the enemy, it often comes dressed as a sweet treat, a spicy delight, or a cultural delicacy. But beneath the flavor lies a force that can block your clarity, confuse your purpose, and open gateways to energies that were never meant to dwell in your life. There are certain foods that witches and those aligned with dark forces have long used, not just to feed the body, but to suppress the spirit, dull intuition, create spiritual fatigue, and even curse destinies. And today, I will tell you plainly, if you do not stop consuming these foods, you are opening the gates to forces you do not understand. This is not about fear. This is about awareness. This is not about superstition. This is about discipline, because what you eat either strengthens your spirit or sabotages it. Here are 7 foods that have been spiritually weaponized. Stale or leftover food from unknown sources, anything that comes from someone whose energy you do not trust, do not eat it. Food can carry vibrations. Food can carry intentions. If the hands that prepared it were tainted with jealousy, bitterness, or dark intentions, that energy travels straight to your soul. Blood-based dishes or animal organs consumed regularly. Some believe these dishes give strength, but in truth, they can bind your energy to lower frequencies. Consuming too much blood-based or organ-based foods, especially those associated with rituals, connects you to the root rather than the light. It feeds your fear, not your focus. Highly processed packaged junk food, these foods are engineered to keep you addicted, tired, and foggy. A foggy mind is a vulnerable spirit. When your system is overloaded with chemicals, your energy field weakens. That's when spiritual attacks land harder. Excessive sugar and artificial sweeteners. Sugar is a silent manipulator. It creates emotional highs and lows, keeping your mood unstable and your spirit distracted. Dark forces love confusion, and sugar is one of their tools. Overindulgence in alcoholic or fermented products, these create breaches in your spiritual armor. In altered states, you're not just loose, you're open. And when you're open, you are vulnerable to spiritual infiltration, suggestions, and spiritual monitoring. Food given in strange dreams or seen repeatedly in visions. If you see food in a recurring dream, especially being offered to you, that is not a blessing, that is a trap. Witches use dream food to forge invisible covenants. When you wake up after eating in a dream fast, disconnect. Meat served at certain gatherings or ceremonies without clear intention, you don't know what was spoken over that dish. You don't know what was invoked. Be vigilant about where your meat comes from and what kind of gathering it came through. Some food is not nourishment, it's an invitation for spiritual bondage. Why this matters? Because energy is real. Intentions are real. Food is not just physical, it's spiritual technology. It either activates your inner compass or dulls it. And once your inner compass is dulled, your decisions become dangerous, your relationships become toxic, and your purpose becomes distant. It is time to stop living unconsciously. It is time to break the invisible chains forged through your mouth, and it is time to take back your clarity, your power, your spiritual edge. In today's world, people eat many different kinds of food every day. We eat when we're hungry, we eat when we're bored, and we even eat when we are sad or stressed. Food is everywhere, at home, at work, at parties, in restaurants, and on the streets. It's easy to forget that food does more than just fill your stomach. It affects your energy, your emotions, your thoughts, and even your spiritual state. That's why it's important to slow down and think before you eat anything. This is not about fear or control. It's about awareness. It's about taking a moment to ask yourself, what am I really putting inside me? Before you take that bite, pause and reflect. Who made this food? Was it made with care or with anger? Was it prepared in a clean, peaceful place or in a chaotic, low-energy environment? Was it given to you with love or handed to you with jealousy, manipulation, or hidden intentions? These questions may sound strange to some people, but they carry deep wisdom. Everything around us carries energy, including the food we eat. The hands that touch your food matter. The space in which it's cooked matters. The energy of the person offering it to you matters. That energy does not disappear. It transfers into the food, and from the food into you. Have you ever eaten something and felt tired right after? Or maybe you became moody, irritated, or anxious for no reason? Have you noticed that some meals leave you feeling light and clear, while others leave you feeling heavy and distracted? That's not your imagination. That's your body and spirit reacting to what you've just taken in. Your body is always speaking to you. It gives you signals. But in the rush of daily life, most people ignore these signals. They eat whatever looks good or smells good without paying attention to how it actually makes them feel. Discernment means learning to pay attention. It means becoming more aware of your choices. Not just whether something is spicy, sweet, or salty, but how it makes you feel after the meal is over. Ask yourself, do I feel calm, focused, and light? Or do I feel heavy, confused, and tired? These reactions are not random. They are messages. Messages that can help guide you to better choices that protect not only your physical health, but also your emotional and spiritual well-being. Some foods are made with bad intentions. That may sound hard to believe, but it's true. There are people who may appear kind on the outside, but carry envy or negative feelings inside. When they prepare food for you, their thoughts and emotions can become attached to what they are making. When you eat that food, you're not just taking in the ingredients, you're taking in the energy as well. If you are not careful, you can open yourself up to unnecessary emotional and spiritual confusion. That's why being polite should never come before being wise. You can be respectful without being blind. Not every gift is a blessing. Sometimes food is used as a trick. It may be wrapped in kindness, but behind it is a motive, control, influence, or harm. Always remember, not everyone who smiles at you has pure intentions, and not every dish that looks delicious is good for your soul. You don't need to become paranoid, but you do need to become sharp. Discernment is about balance. It's about being kind but cautious, open but grounded, generous but guarded. Trust your inner sense. If something feels off about a meal, don't ignore that feeling. You don't need proof. Your inner wisdom is enough. If you feel uncomfortable eating something, don't eat it. If you feel unsure about someone offering you food, politely decline. You are allowed to protect your space. You are allowed to say no without guilt. This is your life, your body, your energy, and you have every right to guard it. You may notice that when you become more aware, your choices begin to change. You might start preferring simple, homemade meals over fast food. You may begin to cook more often, using clean ingredients, fresh produce, and peaceful energy in your kitchen. That's not a coincidence, that's growth. That's you returning to your natural state, one of clarity, harmony, and strength. When you take care of what you eat, you begin to feel more in control of your life. You start to think more clearly, your emotions stabilize, your spirit becomes more grounded. You stop feeling so easily thrown off by small things. That's because your inner space is no longer crowded by unnecessary noise. Your eating habits are not just physical routines, they are spiritual practices. Every meal is a decision. Every bite is a choice. Every food item you put in your mouth is either building you or breaking you. So make your choices count. Respect your body, respect your energy, and respect your future by being careful today. You don't need to change everything all at once. Start small. Start by asking simple questions. Who made this food? Where did it come from? How do I feel after I eat it? Over time, these small moments of reflection will turn into a powerful habit. A habit that protects you, a habit that guides you, a habit that transforms you. You were never meant to live on autopilot. You were created to live with intention, to be fully present, to know yourself, and to walk in wisdom. So next time you sit down for a meal, remember this. It's not just food on your plate, it's energy, its influence, and its impact. Choose wisely, eat with awareness, and honor your life with every bite you take. Every day, we carry so much more than we can see. It's not just dirt on our skin or food in our stomachs. We also carry stress, emotions, negative energy, and the invisible weight of things we experience throughout the day. We talk to people, we go to places, we think a lot, we feel a lot. All of that builds up inside us, not just in the mind or the heart, but in the body and the spirit too. That's why it's so important to take time every day to reset, to stop, breathe, and clean from the inside out, not just to feel better, but to protect your energy and stay strong in spirit. This is where a simple daily detox ritual can become one of the most powerful habits in your life. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't need expensive products. You don't need to go to a spa or a healing center. You can do it in your own home, in your own time, with simple, natural things. A warm glass of water, a few fresh herbs, and a few minutes of silence, that's enough. But what matters most is your presence. It's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. Start your morning by slowing down. Instead of rushing straight to your phone or thinking about all the things you have to do today, take a pause. Go to the kitchen and pour yourself a glass of warm water, not too hot, not too cold. Just warm enough to feel gentle going down. This is not just water. This is your reset. This is your body's signal that it's time to release what no longer belongs. You can add a few natural things to this water to make it more healing. A sprig of mint, for example, brings a cooling and calming energy. It's good for your stomach and it freshens your breath. But more than that, it clears your inner space. A small clove added to the water can help warm your system and guard your energy. Clove carries a strong natural force. It wakes you up from within and strengthens your boundaries. If you don't have mint or clove, you can use lemon, ginger, or even a pinch of sea salt. These are not rules. These are tools. You use what works for you. As you drink, don't talk. Don't scroll. Don't plan your day in your mind. Just be still. Let each sip go down with awareness. Feel the warmth spread through your chest and your stomach. Feel your body respond. Imagine with each swallow, you are washing away what doesn't belong: fear, tension, bad dreams, leftover energy from yesterday's problems. Don't rush. This is your time. These are your few moments in the day that belong only to you. Once you've finished drinking, find a quiet spot. Sit or stand. You don't need a meditation cushion or candle or music, just silence. Or as much silence as you can find. Close your eyes if you want. Or keep them open. The important thing is to become still inside. Let your thoughts come and go like clouds. Don't hold them. Don't fight them. Just let them pass. In this silence, you're not trying to do anything. You're allowing yourself to be. That's when your system begins to calm, your heartbeat slows, your breath becomes deeper, the body begins to release tension, the mind starts to loosen its grip, and slowly, the heaviness inside you begins to melt away. This is how your spirit breathes. This is how your inner world clears. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's gentle, but it is powerful. Over time, this daily ritual becomes your protection. When you do it every morning, you start the day cleaner, clearer, and more grounded. You're less likely to get upset by small things. You're less likely to be drained by other people's energy. You stop carrying yesterday into today. You stop holding on to things that no longer serve you. And when you walk into the world, you walk in fresh, awake, and guarded not with fear, but with quiet strength. This practice isn't only for the mornings. You can also do it in the evening before sleep. After a long day of meeting people, facing challenges, feeling things, and thinking nonstop, your inner space can become cluttered. Before bed, drink another warm glass of water, maybe this time with chamomile or fennel. Sit again in silence for 5 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe slowly. Picture the events of your day floating away. Let go of any conversations that didn't sit right with you. Release any emotions you didn't get to express. Forgive yourself. Forgive others. Empty your cup before you sleep. Some people will ask, how can something so small make a difference? But the truth is, great change always begins with small habits. One sip, one breath, one quiet moment repeated every day becomes a lifestyle. And that lifestyle builds a strong, clean, and focused inner world. The outside world may not always be peaceful, but if your inner world is clear, nothing outside can truly shake you. This is not a diet plan. It's not a health trend. It's a spiritual routine, a small act of respect toward your own life. In a world that wants you busy, distracted, and always choosing to pause is an act of power. Choosing to cleanse your body and energy with intention is not weakness. It is leadership. It is wisdom. It is protection. There may be days you forget. That's okay. There may be days when life feels too loud to even sit still. That's okay too, but always come back. Make this part of your life like brushing your teeth or washing your hands. Make it a habit so deep that even if you miss it one day, your spirit will remind you the next. You don't need anyone to do it for you. You don't need permission. All you need is yourself, some water, and a few minutes of truth. Because when you give yourself this time each day, you are not just cleansing your body, you are strengthening your soul. You deserve to live light. You deserve to feel clear. And you deserve to walk through life carrying only what serves your peace. Let this be your practice. Let this be your protection. And let this be your quiet revolution, one sip, one breath, one day at a time. Dreams are not just stories that play in your mind when you sleep. They are doors to deeper parts of your mind, your emotions, and even your spirit. Sometimes dreams show you your fears. Sometimes they show your hopes. But other times, dreams become places where unseen things try to enter your life quietly. One of the most common ways this happens is through food in a dream. At first, it might seem harmless. You're asleep, and suddenly you find yourself at a table full of food. Maybe it's your favorite meal. Maybe someone familiar is offering it to you, a loved one, a friend, even someone who has passed away. It feels real. You're hungry in the dream. The food smells good. And then you eat. Most people think nothing of it. It was just a dream, they say, but it wasn't just a dream. It was a moment of connection, and not all connections are good. When you eat in a dream, especially when you didn't ask for the food or weren't aware of where it came from, something deeper may be happening. You may have unknowingly accepted an agreement, a silent agreement that links your energy to something you don't understand. Sometimes that food represents confusion, sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's sickness, and by eating it in your dream, you let it enter your space. This is why it's important to train yourself even in sleep to be aware. To develop a strong inner voice that knows how to say no even when your body is resting. This takes time, it takes focus and self-control, but it is possible. Just as you train your body to wake up early or to follow a new habit, you can train your mind to become more alert in your dreams. The more you work on staying aware in your waking life, the more your mind becomes disciplined in your sleep. Before going to bed each night, tell yourself clearly, if anyone offers me food in my dream, I will refuse it. Say it a few times. Say it with belief. Your mind listens, and slowly your dreams begin to shift. You may still be offered food, but something inside you will hesitate, you'll feel it, you'll question it, you might even say no. That moment, that resistance is powerful. It breaks the cycle. It keeps your energy clean. But what if you forget? What if you eat the food anyway because you didn't realize it was a trick? That's okay. You are not weak. You are not helpless. But you must respond the right way after you wake up. Don't ignore the dream. Don't shake it off. Do something. Act. The simplest and most powerful way to break that link is to fast. Even half a day of fasting can make a big difference. When you fast, you stop feeding the body and you start feeding your spirit. You give your system time to reset. Fasting is not just skipping food, it's a way of saying, I refuse to carry what does not belong to me. It is a quiet protest. A spiritual cleanup, a way of showing your inner world that you are in control, not whatever tried to enter your space while you slept. During the fast, drink warm water. Sit in silence for a few minutes. Breathe deeply. Think about the dream. Picture the moment you ate the food. Then, imagine yourself spitting it out. Imagine saying no. Imagine your body rejecting anything that came from that meal. Do this with belief. Do it with the same seriousness you would use to avoid poison. because in a spiritual sense, that is what it was, a kind of poison meant to confuse, weaken, or distract you. People often don't realize how much can enter their lives through the small, silent spaces, a kind word with a hidden meaning, a gift with hidden intention, or a dream with a secret trap. But when you become more awake inside, you start seeing things differently. You become harder to fool. You begin to take your own energy seriously, and that is when your real protection begins. Some dreams come with a strong feeling. After eating in the dream, you may wake up feeling tired, anxious, or disturbed. That is another sign that something was off. Trust those feelings. Your spirit knows before your mind does. Listen to that discomfort. Let it guide you. Let it remind you to pause, to clean, to fast, and to reconnect with your deeper strength. You might tell someone about the dream and they may laugh it off. They may say it's just your imagination. But you must remember, you are responsible for protecting your space, not explaining it to others. You don't need everyone to understand, you only need to be consistent. Over time, you will begin to notice that your sleep becomes lighter, your dreams become clearer, you feel stronger in the morning. That's what happens when your spirit is no longer being fed by strange meals in the night. This practice isn't about being afraid. It's not about thinking everything is evil. It's about being careful. It's about respecting yourself enough to stay alert not just in the day, but also in the night. Dreams are like mirrors. They reflect your inner world, but sometimes they also show you what's trying to sneak in. If you stay blind in your sleep, you become easy to trick. But if you stay aware even just a little, you become a gatekeeper. And a strong gatekeeper does not let in what doesn't belong. So the next time you sleep, remember, food in a dream is not always food. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes it is a silent deal. Sometimes it is a delay wrapped in sweetness. Say no, push the plate away, wake up and take action, fast, clear your mind and reset your energy. Your dreams are sacred. They are your inner temple. Don't allow them to become places where your power is stolen without your permission. Stand guard. Train your mind and never eat in a dream without resistance. Food is one of the most basic parts of life. We eat every day. We cook, we serve, we receive. But over time, many people have turned eating into something mechanical. You sit down, say a few words quickly out of habit, and dig in. Sometimes people don't even say anything at all. They just grab and eat in a rush, on their phones, or while watching something. The meal becomes just another task in the day. But food is more than fuel. It's a transfer of energy. It's a moment of connection. And it deserves attention, not just habit. When you bless your food with real intention, something changes, not in the food alone, but inside you. You bring awareness to the table, you pause, you shift the energy around you. You raise your focus from just filling your belly to actually preparing your whole being, body, mind, and spirit for what you are about to receive. This is not about religion or tradition. It's about energy. It's about choosing to create a clean space, a peaceful moment, and a powerful connection between your food and your inner world. Before you take your first bite, pause, look at your food, think about where it came from. Who prepared it? What is it made of? Try to feel the energy of the meal. Does it feel fresh, warm, and nourishing? Or does it feel heavy, rushed, or tense? These small thoughts may not seem important, but they are. They are the beginning of intention. Now speak into your food, not loudly, not to impress anyone, but with truth. Say something simple but strong. Speak clarity over it. Say, this food will bring me peace and clear thinking. Speak protection over it. Say, nothing harmful in this food will reach me. Only good will enter me. Speak vitality into it. Say, this food will bring me strength, lightness, and energy. You don't need perfect words. You don't need a long speech. You just need truth. You need belief. Your words shape your energy. When you speak with calm and focus, you send a signal not just to the food, but to your whole body. Your system becomes alert. Your spirit becomes open. You are no longer just eating to survive. You are receiving something meaningful. You are giving the food a purpose, and you are inviting that purpose into your life. Some people laugh at this idea. They think it's strange, they say it's unnecessary, but look at the world around you. So many people eat well but still feel tired, stressed, or emotionally heavy. That's because food alone isn't enough. The state of your mind and spirit when you eat matters just as much. When you eat with fear, anger, or sadness, those feelings sink into your system. But when you eat with peace, strength, and intention, your entire being responds. The food works better for you, your body digests it better, your energy stays cleaner. It's easy to fall into the trap of routine, saying the same old words before every meal without really feeling them. Words that have lost their power, words spoken just to check a box. But that's not a blessing, that's a habit. And habits, when done without heart, become empty. The goal is not to recite, the goal is to connect. To feel what you are saying, to mean it. Even if you're busy, you can still take a few seconds to breathe, to close your eyes, and to speak one line with full awareness. May this food serve my highest good. That's enough. That short moment of connection can shift your whole day. It tells your body that you care. It tells your spirit that you are present. And when you live with presence, you live with power. You can bless your food alone or with others. If you're with family, invite them to join you. Teach your children to pause, to reflect, to speak into their meals. Let it become a shared moment of peace and strength before the noise of the day continues. But never force it. Let the act remain pure. Let it come from the heart. Sometimes you may be served food from someone you don't trust. Maybe you're in a place where the energy feels off. In those moments, the blessing becomes even more important. It becomes your shield. With a calm mind, speak silently inside. Let this food bring only what is good. Let the rest be removed. Believe those words. Let them sink in. You are not just hoping. You are choosing. You are standing guard over what enters your body and spirit. There may be days you forget, days when you're rushed, distracted, or overwhelmed. That's okay. Don't blame yourself. Don't feel guilty. Just return the next time. The beauty of a ritual is not in perfection, it's in consistency. Keep coming back to it. Over time, it becomes natural. Your mind and heart will start reminding you. Your body will feel the difference. And slowly, this simple act will create a deeper connection between your food and your life. This practice also helps you eat more mindfully. You begin to slow down, you chew with care. You notice the taste, the texture, the feeling after each bite. And in that awareness, you find peace. Meals stop being rushed. They become moments of rest and grounding. Even in the middle of a busy life, you find small islands of calm. The world today moves fast. People eat standing up, driving, scrolling, thinking about 10 things at once. In that state, food becomes noise and your body becomes confused. But when you eat with intention, your body feels supported. Your emotions settle, your thoughts clear, and your spirit stands tall. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. Just start with one meal a day. Take 10 seconds before eating. Look at your food. Breathe. Speak one true sentence into it. Then eat slowly. Be present. Let your energy rise. When you bless your food with intention, you're not being superstitious. You're being wise. You're choosing to live with awareness. You're respecting your body. You're protecting your energy. And you're building a life that is full not just with food, but with purpose, with peace, and with power. There are moments in life when emotions rise like waves in a storm. Maybe someone hurt your feelings. Maybe you had a stressful day. Maybe you're feeling afraid, angry, or deeply sad. These moments come to everyone. They are part of being human. But what you do in those moments matters more than you think. And one of the most important things to be careful about is eating during these emotional storms. Most people don't think about it. They feel bad, so they reach for food, a snack, a heavy meal, something sweet, something salty, something to distract the mind and comfort the heart. It feels like relief in the moment, but afterward they often feel worse, tired, guilty, even more emotional, and they don't understand why. The truth is this: when you eat while your emotions are unstable, you are feeding more than your body. You are feeding your fear, your sadness, your anger. You are mixing the energy of the food with the energy of the storm inside you. And that mixture settles deep within. It does not pass easily. It can stay, affecting how you feel, how you think, how you act. Food is not just a physical thing. It carries energy, and the state of your body and mind when you eat can change how that food affects you. If you are peaceful and grounded, the food supports your health, your strength, your spirit. But if you are overwhelmed with emotion, your body cannot process the food properly. Your system becomes confused. Your digestion slows down, and your energy becomes cloudy. Imagine this. You are very angry. Your heart is racing. Your thoughts are spinning. You sit down and eat a full meal. What happens? That anger doesn't leave. It sits in your stomach with the food. The body does not relax. The food does not settle well. You feel full, but not satisfied. You feel heavy, but not calm. The storm is still inside, and now the body has to carry it too. Or maybe you are deeply sad. You feel empty, lost, and heavy inside. You think food will fill that space, and for a few minutes it might, but the sadness is not in your stomach, it's in your heart, and no amount of food can fix that. What often happens instead is that the sadness gets worse, because now the body feels tired, and the heart still feels broken. This is why it is wise to wait. When emotions are high, pause. Do not reach for food. Do not eat just to feel better. The food cannot fix the emotion. It can only join it, and once it does, it becomes harder to clear out. Give yourself time to calm down first. Breathe, walk, sit in silence. Cry if you need to. Talk to someone you trust. Let the emotion pass through you before you feed your body. This is not about starving yourself. It's about protecting your space, about being aware of your state before you invite anything else in. Your inner world is like a garden. When the weather is rough, you don't plant seeds. You wait for the storm to pass. Then, when the soil is calm, you plant. The same goes for food. Don't eat during the storm. Eat when you are calm, clear, and ready. Sometimes the emotion is strong, and it feels like it won't leave. That's okay. Even in that space, you can bring yourself to a better state. Light a candle. Play soft music. Take deep breaths. Drink warm water. Do something gentle to soothe yourself. Speak kind words to yourself. Remind yourself that this feeling will pass, and when it does, your body will be ready to receive food in peace. You may have eaten during emotional storms before, maybe many times. Don't feel bad about it. This is not about blame. It's about awareness. From now on, you can choose differently. You can watch your emotions more closely. You can notice the urge to eat and ask yourself, am I really hungry, or am I trying to avoid something I'm feeling? Sometimes we eat because we don't want to feel. We want to cover the pain, but the pain needs to be felt so it can move. Pushing it down with food only hides it for a short time. It always comes back, often stronger than before. That's why facing your emotion with courage is the first step to healing. Not running from it, not covering it, but meeting it, feeling it, and letting it pass. When you wait until you are balanced, food becomes a gift again, a true source of nourishment. It supports your healing instead of adding to your burden. You feel lighter after eating, not heavier. You feel more awake, more grounded. That's what food is meant to do, but it only works that way when it's received in the right state of mind and spirit. If you live with this awareness, your relationship with food changes. You no longer eat just because food is in front of you. You eat when your system is ready. You eat with gratitude, with care, with presence, and that presence brings peace. You feel more connected to your body, more in control of your emotions, more at ease in your daily life. This practice is simple but powerful. It teaches patience, it builds inner strength, it keeps your energy clean, and most of all, it reminds you that your emotions are not your enemies. They are signals, they are teachers. They ask you to slow down, listen, and take care of yourself in the right way. So next time you feel overwhelmed, take a step back. Sit with your feelings before you sit with a plate. Wait until the storm passes even a little. Then eat slowly, gently, with love. Your body will thank you. Your spirit will thank you. And you will begin to feel the deep peace that comes from choosing awareness over reaction. Your body is always speaking to you. Every moment of every day, It is giving you signs, signals, and messages. The body never stays silent, but the question is, are you listening? Many people live disconnected from their bodies. They eat, move, rest, and work without paying attention to how their body feels in response. They don't notice the tension in their shoulders, the heaviness in their chest, the tightness in their stomach, or the strange tiredness after a meal. These signs are not random. They are messages, and they matter. Your body is your first guide in this world. It knows what is good for you. It knows what makes you strong and what makes you weak. But you must listen. If you eat something and feel dizzy, that's a message. If you feel tired or heavy after a meal, that's a message. If you feel anxious or suddenly moody for no reason, that is your body and your spirit trying to speak. They are telling you this food is not for you, or this energy does not belong here. Too often, people ignore these messages. They say, maybe I didn't sleep well, or maybe it's just stress. But the feeling comes back again and again. And they keep eating the same things, spending time in the same places, or accepting food from the same people, and the body keeps reacting, but they no longer notice it because they have trained themselves to stay disconnected. But here is the truth. The discomfort is your guidance. The uneasy feeling is your signal. The sudden tiredness, the nervous energy, the low mood, the strange pressure behind your eyes, all of it is communication. It's how your inner world tells you, pay attention, something is not right here. When your spirit and your body are working together, there is a kind of peace inside you. You eat and you feel full but light. You rest and your mind becomes calm. You move and you feel clear. But when you ignore your body, that peace disappears. You begin to feel lost, irritated, and out of rhythm with yourself. Think of a time when you ate something and instantly knew it didn't sit well. Maybe your stomach felt tight. Maybe your mind became foggy. Maybe your mood dropped for no reason. That was not just in your head. That was real. That was your whole being telling you, this doesn't serve me. You don't need a doctor or a lab report to confirm it. You felt it. That is enough. The body holds a memory of every experience. The food you eat, the emotions you carry, the people you allow near you. It remembers everything and it responds with feelings. Some foods may be healthy on the outside, but don't match your spirit. Some meals may be cooked with good ingredients, but bad intentions. You may not see it with your eyes, but you can feel it inside. A heaviness, a silence, a pressure, you must learn to trust that feeling. Listening to your body is not just about health, it's about respect. When you listen, you treat your body like a friend, not a machine. You take time to ask, how do I feel right now? Not just, am I full? But do I feel calm, clear, at ease? These questions open the door to deep self-awareness. There will be moments when your body feels good after a meal. You feel warm, alert, satisfied. That's a good sign. Take note of what you ate, where you were, who you were with. The energy matters. If the food was made with care, if you were in a peaceful environment, if you ate with intention, your body and spirit will respond positively. You'll feel it. On the other hand, if you eat in a rushed, chaotic space, or take food from someone whose energy feels off, your body may resist. It may feel blocked. You might not sleep well that night. You may feel drained the next day. That is not an accident. It is communication. The more you listen, the clearer the messages become. When you eat something and feel uncomfortable afterward, don't judge yourself. Don't panic, just take note, observe. Ask yourself gently, what was in that food? Where did it come from? How do I feel now? Over time, you'll begin to see patterns. You'll know which foods bring you light and which ones bring you weight. Which meals give you energy and which ones take it away. This is not about fear, it's about wisdom. You don't need to stop eating everything you love. You don't need to live in constant worry. You just need to stay awake inside. Pay attention, stay curious, let your body and spirit teach you. Sometimes it's not the food itself but the timing. Maybe you ate too late, or maybe you were emotionally upset when you ate. Your body remembers that state and reacts. It tells you, wait next time, don't eat during the storm. That too is a message worth listening to. The more you connect with your inner signals, the more your body begins to trust you. It speaks more clearly. It guides you with ease. You feel more alive, more balanced. You stop needing to guess. You stop needing to follow every trend because your own system is already showing you the way. There will be moments when people offer you food and something inside you whispers, "Don't eat this." Listen to that whisper. It may be quiet, but it is powerful. It may save you from taking in something that would harm your energy. Always honor your own signals, even if others don't understand, even if they laugh. You are the one who must live with the results, not them. In the end, you are your own best guide. No one knows your body and your spirit better than you. The answers are already within you, but you must make space to hear them. Slow down, breathe, observe, ask yourself how you feel after every meal. Let that be your teacher. Your body is not just flesh and bone. It is a deep, living system filled with wisdom, and your spirit is even deeper. When both work together, you become clear, strong, and peaceful. You begin to walk through life with confidence, not because you know everything, but because you are finally listening to yourself.